fact-checked at least one viral rigging clip and found it used old footage from 2016 while being claimed as 2026. That matters because it shows the battlefield is polluted. Real irregularities can coexist with false viral evidence, and that mixture makes it harder to build a court-grade case, even as it fuels mass conviction that something happened. So what exactly is the inconsistency claim in Uganda's 2026 context? It's usually built from 4 stacked layers, and you can hear them repeating across interviews, posts, and conversations. First, process disruptions, biometric failures, delayed openings, missing materials, inconsistent adherence to procedures. AP reported biometric voter identification failures, and that these issues fed controversy and distrust. In many electoral disputes globally, this is where challenges start. If the verification layer fails selectively or frequently, your chain of custody and confidence erodes fast. Second, the security footprint. The argument that even if ballots exist, the environment was so coercive that the vote cannot be treated as free expression. Writers described a post-election crackdown and reported detentions and killings attributed to security operations after the disputed vote. The military chief made inflammatory public claims about detaining thousands and killing dozens, and the UN Secretary General expressed concern and urged adherence to human rights and rule of law. The Guardian and Reuters both reported raids linked to Bobi Wine's home and his decision to go into hiding, with government officials disputing elements while still acknowledging investigations and tensions. Whatever one believes about the numbers or motivations, this is the kind of post-election atmosphere that becomes part of the annulment hypothesis. Not only the count is wrong, but the context makes the count meaningless. Third, the tallying credibility gap, the claim that results were announced in ways that do not feel audit-ready to the public. In high-trust elections, losers accept defeat because systems are transparent, consistent, and verifiable. In low-trust elections, even a true result can be rejected if the process looks closed, hurried, or securitized. This is why allegations like no full tally published or agents removed matter so much in narrative warfare, and why they must be tested carefully if you want them to survive scrutiny. Some reporting and commentary around the election emphasized concerns about transparency and verification, while also showing disagreement among observers about the scale of ballot stuffing claims. Fourth, the Romania comparison itself. The idea that if Europe can annul an election due to integrity risks, why not Uganda? Here's the critical analytical point. Romania's annulment happened because the country's constitutional court has a specific role in validating elections and accepted the premise that the election process was compromised in a way that justified cancellation. Uganda's route is different. Challenges go to the Supreme Court via a presidential election petition, and the court decides whether irregularities substantially affected the result under Uganda's legal standards. The Ugandan judiciary itself confirmed that the Supreme Court began hearing a main petition challenging Museveni's election following the January 15th vote. That alone keeps the annulment hypothesis alive in public imagination. If a court petition is live, people think reversal is possible. But the bar is usually high. Petitioners must show not just wrongdoing, but scale and impact sufficient to overturn a landslide margin, and they must do it with admissible evidence in a constrained time frame. That leads to the most important question in this whole hypothesis. What would it take for Uganda to have a Romania-style rupture? There are 3 possible pathways, and only one resembles annulment. Path 1 is the most dramatic. The Supreme Court nullifies the presidential results and orders a fresh election or other remedy. This would be Uganda's functional equivalent of an annulment, though achieved through a different institution and doctrine. For this to happen, challengers would need cohesive evidence that irregularities were widespread, systematic, and outcome determinative, stronger than vibes, stronger than social media clips, stronger than isolated incidents. They would need audit trails, polling station level